Hello, I'm Secretary of State Kris Warner, and I serve as the Chief Business Officer for the state of West Virginia. Part of my responsibility is to make sure that West Virginia is positioned to help create a strong pro-business environment to help grow our state's economy. To do that, my office is working to promote the services and programs available throughout the state to help support entrepreneurs and small business owners. This is part of a video series we call Just 3 Questions with West Virginia business leaders and entrepreneurs. The West Virginia Secretary of State's office is taking just 3 questions on the road. Our very first stop ever is right here at the University of Charleston's Downtown Innovation Hub. Located at the corner of Capitol and Lee Street here in Charleston, UC's Downtown Innovation Hub helps existing small businesses scale up by providing the tools and professional networks needed to help accelerate their growth, increase their revenue, and create more jobs. Joining me today is the University of Charleston's president, Dr. Marty Roth. I want to thank you for having us to the Innovation Hub and joining me for just 3 questions, sir.
Absolutely, appreciate the invitation. We're happy to host.
So I just learned earlier that the University of Charleston's Innovation Hub started in July of 23, and you've already been the recipient of a Global Innovation Award. So you got to tell me, what do you attribute the success here to, sir?
Sure. So I think it boils down to having a well-defined strategy when we decided to make this investment and plant the UC flag here in downtown Charleston. We did a very detailed feasibility study because we know there's lots of great resources here in Charleston and throughout the Kanawha Valley to support small businesses. The whole entrepreneurial ecosystem has lots of assets, many of which come out under your office. However, we knew that, like any system, it's not perfect. So we did a feasibility study and we identified that the one gap, the one area where resources could really be beneficial for small and medium-sized businesses was not to help them get started, but for those businesses that had already been started, that had seen some growth, but the growth had started to plateau. So what could we do to help those small businesses scale up and grow? And we put together a great program that is helping those small businesses do just that.
Very neat. So what services are provided to the entrepreneurs through the Business Accelerator Program, and how can business owners access those services?
Sure. So the Business Accelerator Program is currently our signature program here at the Downtown Innovation Hub. And what we do is we bring in a cohort or a group of small to medium-sized businesses so they can go through a transformational, learning, growth-oriented experience together. So over a 6-month journey, they'll participate in workshops, which are led by experienced business owners and entrepreneurs. They'll have access to coaching, mentoring, and advising. And one of the main things that most entrepreneurs will say really help them with their success is having a network to draw from. Others who are going through the same toils and tribulations that they are, that provide a network of support, a network of guidance, a network of encouragement. So by bringing that cohort together, having that shared experience over 6 months really brings them together, and it doesn't stop after they complete the program. We have formed what we call a Founders Forum, so those individuals can continue to engage in activities here, whether it's socially or educational, and as subsequent cohorts go through the business, they all become part of that expanding Founders Forum. So to become a member of the cohort, it really just kind of 3 criteria that we take a look at. Again, we're here to help existing businesses scale up and grow. So we want to make sure that the business has been in operation at least a year or so, that there's multiple employees, and they're currently generating at least $250,000 in annual revenue. Of course, we have some that just meet those criteria, And we have others that have been family-owned businesses that have been operating here in the Valley for over 50 years. But with the next generation of family members taking over those businesses, they're looking for fresh ideas to help figure out how they can take what's been a successful but somewhat stagnant business and help it really get on a growth trajectory.
I'll tell you what, when I was in Morgantown 40 years ago in private enterprise, I wish I would have had that professional network that you're now providing. Very well done. So UC has a long tradition of encouraging business innovation through the academic mission of the university. Where do you see the future of entrepreneurship heading? And maybe more importantly, what emerging trends should entrepreneurs be paying attention to now?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's ever evolving. So we'll be doing a program here in the coming weeks, helping aspiring or existing entrepreneurs kind of understand the differences between a kind of greenfield initiative, starting something up new from scratch, versus entrepreneurship or growth through acquisition or investment. Okay. There isn't just one model of how to become an entrepreneur, how to be successful with a new business activity or a new business enterprise. So we want to make sure that we're keeping our thumb on the pulse of all the different ways that individuals can be successful in business in ways that are going to create more jobs here in the Valley, create a better tax revenue for the state, help all the businesses here that we have, the professional service providers, the restaurants and so forth, just have more clients because we have business growth, more employees here in the Valley engaged in having a great quality of life here in Charleston and throughout our region.
That's very neat about the that help and support for acquisitions. Very well done. Well, thank you very much for joining me for just 3 questions. And for the viewers, I hope you join us again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.